Clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Broadcasting live from the heart of Europe, this is the most badass YouTube broadcast in all the known land. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Tommy C, and this is Shot from the Point, bitch.
Until all them heifers go. Holler at the tens, then spend a little low. Not on them, no, they can buy their own drinks. Take that work week off.
I'm here with my point man behind the glass as well, Xanta. He's going to keep track of the chat.
Yeah, I'm keeping track of the chat and Twitter.
And an occasional funny sound effect.
Yeah.
I want to make this caller driven. Get them in now. I'm just going to go over a quick article. I got to admit, I had a German test. I'm a little punchy. I haven't been sleeping well. So that's probably why I was late today. I was literally talking about Boris Johnson and Commie Corbin.
Yeah.
That seems to be all tied up over there.
Yeah, everything's a bit all over the place here.
It's really crazy. You just can't get the thing done. I would say it's probably the most important non-American election in my lifetime.
Yeah, this is
a big deal. This is a big deal. But I'm not going to get into all that. But it's a big deal. I hope you voted out there in the UK. Actually, no, I don't. I don't care if you vote or not, perfectly honest with you. If you have nobody to vote for, don't vote. I had a college professor tell me, he said a non-vote. They always like, go out, get there and vote. Just vote, just vote. What if they're all assholes? What if they're bad people? It's not impossible in the world of politics. So a non-vote is actually an expression of protest, therefore you're participating in democracy. Now, if you just don't go because you're too lazy, that's one thing. But if no, I can't in good conscience. I did not vote last election. Do you know that? Like the first one since I was 18 that I didn't vote in.
Shit.
I was a little scared to vote for Trump.
Yeah.
If he turned out to be as crazy as everybody's saying, I'd vote for him.
It's like you just pass it off. I didn't vote. It's okay.
Let me tell you something. I'm thinking about flying home to make sure my vote counts. I don't have to do that. I can, what do they call that for expats? Absentee ballot, which I've done before.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I might fly home just because, what the fuck? I live in New Jersey. It's a blue state anyway. What do I care? Talking about YouTube. I'm a little out of it, folks. Little out of it, folks. What's going on? Why do you think so many of us didn't vote in 2016? It wasn't that, turnout wasn't that bad, actually. Running Riot, One Happy Crusade. Biggie! Joshua has said, support my Patreon. That is the greatest name of YouTube channel ever. Yeah. Kate Condor, I'm triggered Tommy on Twitter, so I'm kind of proud. Well, I can't imagine what you did, but unless you're the fucking asshole. You know, I tell you something. Is it really truly triggering somebody if you're arguing about something? Like, I'm arguing about A, and then you just bring up, like, all right, we're arguing over X. Boris Johnson and Jeremy Corbyn. And this other guy comes in and starts talking about, like, you know, I like warm sushi. Like, is that really? And then finally we turn around and say, hey, why don't you go fuck off? All right? Hey, I triggered you. That's not exactly triggered. That's just being a douche. And probably stupid and retard. Very autistic of you.
Yeah. I'd say so.
You missed the doc. Doc's coming back tomorrow. I'm thinking about doing member streams. Pay close attention to the community tab. Very, very close attention to it because I think I'm going to do this weekend. I might even do a drinking stream. We haven't done that for a while. The reason I haven't been doing drinking streams is because I'm really overweight. I'm losing it. I stopped. We haven't had, I don't think we had one since my birthday, right?
No, I don't think so.
And that was in September.
Yeah, that was September.
I stayed on topic. I doubt it. I haven't had one person stay on topic of Greta Thunberg. Not one. That's the only thing I was arguing about today. I really don't like what they're doing to that kid. Do you believe in climate change? Yes, but that's not what I'm talking about. You're a climate denier, aren't you? No, but I'm not talking about climate change. I'm talking about Greta Thunberg, and that was weird to use kids in politics. I had one guy get so fucking weird on me because I told you it really turned me off to this whole Greta Thunberg movement is what they did to my kid. And he's 3. And I just finally, like, keep your death cult to yourself. Because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like a death cult. Because you can just, all the normal rules of arguing with people go right out the window because it's the end of the world. So I was talking to this one guy, and I was like, I go, you keep on talking about climate change. I keep on talking about the way these kids are being used, exploited. I find it personally repulsive. You don't even bother to disagree with him. You just keep bringing up climate page. How do you expect anybody to believe you or join your movement with this kind of sort of doomsday outlook? This you have to believe me or else sort of vibe you're giving out. And I go, I personally, I lost it with not the science, but the people. The climate change people are the craziest people on the planet right now. Hands down.
Yeah.
They're not getting. They're not far from justifying violence. I mean, if it's the end of the fucking world, they're supposed to justify anything. And so I said something. What they did to my kid is, wouldn't you like to tell your son the truth? He's 3. And here's the thing. Let's say the world's going to end in 10 years, and there's nothing we can do about it. All right, I'm going to lie to him.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Why? Guess what? We're fucked. Like, I would want him to have the best amount of time ever. It's just the fact that I'm having this conversation with grown adults that have been mesmerized by this child who's been mesmerized by an irresponsible and uncaring adult. Is mind-boggling. And like I said, I don't like this kid. Climate change denier. Well, it's the liberal. We were talking about Jolly O England before. Here's what that sounds like to me: heretic. Heretic. The left is just as bad as all the people they hate. They're witch hunters. They're thought cops. They're no fun. Sort of like the conservatives had that rap when I was a kid. They were just boring fuckos. They all look like Ben Shapiro and real stiff. Nobody's more stiff and uptight than a fucking liberal. Nobody. Nobody's less fun. Ridiculous. I don't have any of those fucking problems. Any of them. That should be a sign bound. He's 3? Yeah, possibly. Yeah. He's 3. Yeah, but you know what? Liberals and who else? Cultists don't seem to mind. That doesn't put a stop to them. They don't downshift on that one. All right, let's talk about YouTube. That's what you're here for, right?
Yeah, YouTube.
Conservatives only bitch. They can finally calm down a bit and let's start all their bullshit. I feel, I actually, conservatives are always bitching and crying and playing moral cop. Oh, when I was a kid, the only thing that attracted me to the ideology is the way they looked at money, and the only reason I think it's what's best for everybody. I think it helps people. But yeah, now the church ladies are the left. Go look at my timeline, the way they talk to me. Sound like church ladies. Remember that kid that called in here? He was a nice kid, too. And he's talking about, he was mesmerized by Greta as well. And he didn't even talk about any facts. He was saying things like, the young people are behind her. What the fuck does that mean? How does that help your argument? The young people know. The young people. You sound like an automaton. You sound like you're regurgitating shit. You sound like you live in a bubble. You sound like think. You're not even talking about the science. You're talking about any of this crap. You're just this is
very cult-like.
Yes, it's cult-like. Just repeating fucking shit for the sake of repeating stuff, so nobody accuses you of being a climate denier. I really don't give a fuck if somebody does accuse me of being a climate denier. But I think that's what it'll come to, being a climate denier. They're going to try to put as close to like anti-vax. That stuff has a real impact. But instead of getting kids killed, you're going to be bringing on the end of the world. Our life is if anybody in the States remembers the World Weekly News, our lives is going to become a lot like the World Weekly News. We're going to, 10 years, we'll all be gone. In about 7 years, we were saved by the Democrats at the 0 hour. Because I've lived, 2015 was the last end of the world scenario. I watched that fucking thing on network TV. By 2015, you will no longer be able to walk in Manhattan. It didn't happen. By the year 2000, the polar ice caps will wash up on Massachusetts. See, a lot of you, I'm fucking 20 years older than a lot of you. I've been hearing the same shit for 30 years.
Yeah. I bet.
It's global warming. Temperatures go down in the 90s. It's climate change.
Yeah. 2012 was the most recent.
I had a scientist tell me that anybody's scared shitless to speak out against it. It's so politicized.
Yeah.
Well, he told me never to say his name. So I don't, that way I'm skeptical. I don't deny for a minute the earth weather is changing. I don't know that. I'm sure human beings have something to do with it.
Yeah.
But
that's a lot of money, I guess, for a person of color.
That being the basis to put de facto communism in there is not my idea of a good fucking time. Yep, yeah, it's science. You have to do all the things the left wants to do, like control industry in every part of your life. Otherwise, it's the end of the world. Yeah. My honest opinion on climate change, I'm going to do something. I'm going to be more honest than absolutely anybody you know. Because you know what I noticed? The people that really buy into this shit really don't know anything more about climate change than I do. So I'm going to do something that's probably responsible. I have no fucking idea what to do. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I have no idea what the answers are. And you know what? Neither do you. You're just regurgitating shit you heard from other people. Mostly politicians and probably very few scientists. I have no idea what to do. I'm not a climatologist. I'm completely out of my element. But isn't that funny? The same people that know as much about the climate science as I do are so fucking shit sure they're running around shaming people. So there's my honest opinion. I don't know. Yeah. I honestly don't know. Something tells me that doing absolutely everything that Karl Marx wanted to do to begin with is not the solution. In fact, it's fucking convenient for a bunch of power-hungry maniacs using the sky is falling meme to get power. There you go. That's not climate denial. That's me not trusting left-wing politicians. And you shouldn't trust right-wing ones either.
Yeah, shouldn't trust politicians.
There you go. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, and neither do you. Yeah, look, here's what I'm qualified to talk about. The Army. At the lowest level. I think I've earned some right to talk about YouTube streaming at this point. I think because I've made money. Okay, I can talk about that with some sort of experience. I wouldn't call it expertise.
Being a father, that's...
I'm not that good at that.
No, but you got better experience than most people watching, so...
I don't even know that. Oh, Running Riot's dad. He's a good dad.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a bunch of fucking kids. All fucking running around. He's been teaching them all to be soy boys while he's having a good time. I love Running. I don't know. I'm not kidding. I shouldn't have said that. But, what else can I talk about? New Jersey. And I think I've acquired enough, not advanced stuff, obviously, not collegiate, but yeah, I think everybody should criticize the government and government. Yeah, probably good government. That's my thing. Science? Me? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. God damn.
I'm a very skeptical person by nature and everything.
It's always good to be skeptical.
Yeah, no, skepticism has actually been conflated with denialism, which I think is like, I was looking it up. It's only a word that's been used like the last 20 years. My father doesn't even think it's a word. He thinks he made it up.
Yeah.
When they rushed it into Webster's. $2 a word. That 16-year-old.
That's a lot of money, I guess.
That 16-year-old says we're going to die. We're going to die. Yeah, she sure does. And a lot of people are taking her deadly fucking serious, too. Yeah, I love making fun of people like that when I get like a full-grown adult. Like, because then I just make, it's like, don't make any plans. You know, what you want? Oh, I want my kid to go to Harvard. Well, guess not. I do it to the Germans too. I just start making end of the world jokes. I saw what the end of the world kind of looks like over in Iraq.
Yeah.
And what happens when there's like a total breakdown. And these people are talking about shit and they're fucking driving their goddamn beautiful cars and their kids are going to beautiful schools over here and they're just running around telling other people what to do and really what to think.
Yeah, it's a dream world in comparison.
Yeah, it is. It is a dream world. And it's just like, get the fuck out of here. You've never been outside of your neighborhood. Well, wait a minute. No, you can't. You did well in school, like in Wiesbaden. It's like they come from some small shit town, and they did well for themselves, and they work in Frankfurt.
Yeah.
And they just now they get to oh, wow, I'm at a dinner party. I'm going to talk and make sure everybody knows that I care. I'm smart and I have empathy. And then I'm in there. That's me. I don't give a fuck about any of those three things in your fucking character traits. None. And they see that I'm completely unimpressed. And at first it's confusion. And then they ask me, they quiz me, and I politely respond with my worldview. And then they, come here, boy. Even though I'm probably 10 years older than them. Come here, boy. Let me explain to you how the world works. And they go through their whole fucking spiel.
That's a lot of money, I guess, for a person of color.
Which is really just a bunch of regurgitated talking points that I've heard 1,000 times before. And I'll usually canned, funny, but non-offensive a response. And I fire that stuff. And then we both pretend to laugh. But you can see he's a little angry because he hasn't made his progress. Because you can't virtue signal if you can't convince anybody. It's not really good virtue signaling. And you know what? Yeah. There's a problem here. This guy, Callahan, might not think I'm smart, which is probably right. I'm not impressed at this point, and now you're getting on my nerves. But I'm not going to show it because my wife's in the other room with a spoon to her mouth, staring at me and praying to God I don't do something crazy.
Yeah, you don't want to go doing something like this.
Yeah. It's because I think that you're retarded.
Exactly. Exactly. So anyway, I'm 40. Yeah, thanks,
That's a
buddy.
lot of money, I guess, for a person of color.
Love your Epstein impression. So they did that, and then they try to explain it again, and then we get to this point, the point that makes everybody completely fucking insane, angry, and ready to throw you out of the house. This is what he do. I just guess we have to agree to disagree on that one. Now you can see it. The fire. I made no progress. He doesn't think I'm smarter than him. He's stupid. And he's going to be a dick the rest of the night.
Yeah.
So I steal shit out of his wallet and go home.
Mm-hmm.
What are they going to do? Blame the foreigner? That's not nice.
That's not a nice thing to do.
It's not very nice. What do you know what the Germans? I literally could pull the race card over here.
Oh, easily.
Yes. Not because I'm white, because I'm an Auslander. And then they're so afraid of being accused of xenophobia. If it really came down to it, it's like, I just hate Americans. Yeah, you're just fucking bigot, probably because your fucking grandfather's a Nazi. Get the fuck out of my face. And another thing is I'm out of shape now, and fucking you probably kick my ass in your wheelchair, right? I am, but here's the thing about being completely out of shape, and I'm going out tonight drinking. I feel like talking to people. This is a good night, folks.
Yeah.
I wish you were here right now. I had fun drinking with you. So I haven't had a drop. I haven't dropped in a while. So what the fuck was I talking about, Santa?
Well, we went from politics to drinking to end of the world.
Oh yeah, talking about the Germans. Yeah, I could pull that fucking card, Auslander. Yeah, it's funny. Any opinion on the protests that are happening in Iraq currently? I was not aware. I have no opinion. I hope everybody's okay. I love Iraq. I know that sounds really, really weird coming from me, but I really I think about Iraq every single day. I do. I think about, because I remember me and Dave, guys, 6-7 years ago, around 2012 or 13, when you started hearing about ISIS, and then we found out they took over Tikrit, and that was the base that we were in. I'm sure he was in another one, because Dave did 2 tours. I did 1. And I started, we were like really bummed out. Like, God, Jesus Christ, we had that place locked the fuck down. Now those crazy ISIS guys are there. I actually think about Iraq a lot. I worry a lot about Turkoman and Iraq Christians. I worry about the rest of the population as well. Oh, Muslims too. I just don't like the ones that like to kill other people. And I want to splatter their guts on the wall. Even though and the worst part is I never got to do it.
Yeah.
I never got to do it. I drank a lot of fake beer and got yelled at. That's my tour.
Volt says, thank you for thinking of me.
Check the news
every
out
day."
against Iran. Yeah, Iraq loves you back. I love hearing that. I do love. I have actually Iraq. A rip if I put it on, but I have a. We watched. Me and Vault watched like what's the equivalent of the Iraq World Cup or whatever, or the Middle Eastern World Cup, and Bahrain actually beat Saudi Arabia. We got me and Jeff and him watch. It was. I got the last watch. This great game. Are you there too?
Yeah,
you were there too.
It looked like they were going to.
That was a fun game.
Yeah,
it was a fun
it looked
game.
Like it was going to be completely screwed. One way,
and they won, and Bahrain won Gulf Cup. And then I remember the Iraqis won just before I went out there in 2007. Like that was kind of wild because they beat everybody. I remember the captain said something nasty about us, but whatever. I was very happy for them, and I do root for Iraq.
Yeah,
I would love it. Wouldn't it be cool to like if Iraq was like a normal first world country and you could go to Babylon for tourism? How badass would that be? Babylon, first civilization on Earth.
Yeah, that would be badass.
That would be. Yeah, everybody's really welcoming and safe. Nobody's getting shot. No IEDs. No nothing. Not a thing.
Egypt.
Everybody's having a good time. Egypt's a shithole. What are you talking about?
Well, no, without the
like
shit
Bahrain.
that's going on there now.
Like Bahrain, like Bahrain, Qatar. That's like Kuwait. That's the way you want it.
Yeah.
Hope you can after protest. Abraham, I am never going to Iraq again. Unless I can't see going to Iraq under any circumstances. I think if I booked a ticket for Iraq, that I would be over some doctor named Hans Franz Heikenfire, and he'd be asking me, "What the fuck, you crazy?"
Yeah, you'd be on the list somewhere.
My wife would have me locked up. I wonder if any crazy ex-American soldiers went over there. I want to see what's going on over there. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
If I took one step off that base, somebody would smoke me quick. But even knowing that, I'm not saying everybody's bad over there. No.
Yeah.
But a lot of good people. There. All right, let's get into this. Enough talking about my favorite thing in the world. Me! My favorite thing in the world, Dan. There's not a hell. Why have this? Okay. YouTube says it's finally trying to make the site less toxic. This is a word that I started hearing after I got out of the Army.
Yeah.
And I fucking take it because I hate it because it doesn't mean anything. It's less toxic. What does less toxic means? The low trolls and less and what is it? It's less people being critical, which is a world I just don't want to live in. YouTube is responding to the allegations that allows racist and homophobic harassment on its platform. There was like one incident that I didn't find it personally remotely. I mean, you could make an argument that was homophobic, hateful, but I think a piss poor one. But it's for somebody that does this for a living, it's not a daily problem. I got to be honest with you, homophobia is clickbait. I could make a lot of money if that was happening a lot more often. It's not happening. What happened? On Wednesday, YouTube announced an update to its harassment policies, and it means material that maliciously insulted or demeaned others because of race, gender, or sexual orientation will be removed. It also banned, I don't know what that fucking is. Oh, veiled or implied threats. Language suggesting physical violence may occur. Okay, so first of all, this Who wrote this? I was like yelling their names out. Oh, MIT Technology Review. Yeah, I'm smart enough. I was never smart enough to go to MIT, but I already know more than these motherfuckers did. It's not impressed. Yeah. Not impressed. What a change! The update comes 6 months after YouTube came under fire refusing to ban Steven Crowder, a right-wing personality who used racist and homophobic language against Fox journalists on his channel. YouTube said Crowder's words. Then why did you say, are you giving the incident allegation that allows racist? Well, and that's not really plural, so maybe that's not fair. Crowder's words did not breach the policies. An update looks to be a response to the backlash that followed. Okay, so how will it do this? Sprinkling of some AI, but mostly a lot of help from thousands of new moderators who will be hired to watch videos and scan them for problematic content is another word I fucking hate.
Yeah, problematic.
Because it's like the liberals like to pick words that just encompass everything.
Yeah. And
that's why they call everybody racist or homophobic. It doesn't matter what they are or not, or they objectively are. It's pejorative to silence you. Mm-hmm. In this case, it's a pejorative, so we can't talk about what's going on. Problematic content. What the fuck does that mean? Define that. Content that creates problems.
Well,
anything can create a problem.
Yeah.
YouTube's track record is actually enforcing its own policies is really not that great. Only if you're a lefty.
Yeah. If you use the word problematic, though,
that's a really damning thing. YouTube's track record
reviews.
enforcing its own policies. Anybody who knows is in this, there's some crazy fucking policy coming down, or some guy's getting the shit end of the stick on anything from copyright to a community guideline strike. These motherfuckers don't know shit about YouTube. They come in, they have, and every one of these rules, I just regurgitated the one. They were the same rules last week there, Mr. MIT guys.
Yeah, they've been there a while.
MIT. That's where the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. And these motherfuckers can't do even the slightest amount of research. Let me guess, they're a bunch of lefties with a political agenda. Bingo, I win again.
The ones that I met that exchanged from MIT to come over to my uni, they were all left.
Oh, Massachusetts? Yeah.
It was absolutely
This is one of those places that, the really open-minded liberal, they might hit you if they find out you're not a liberal. Yep. The other places, like in Portland. Yeah. I always keep telling Verse to move. Because he won't budge in his politics, but
yeah,
but it's like as soon as I kind of like Trump. That's how I noticed this when I grew up next to Rutgers University in New Jersey. If they hear anything, I like George Bush. I think he was a good president, and that instantly creates a hyperbolic, not even hyperbolic. That's not even the right word. I'll keep it simple.
Tension.
And angry, like you might as well tell them you fucked their mother. Hey, by the way, I fucked your mother. What? that seems normal to me. Not like, I think George Bush did a good job. I think he did the right thing in the Gulf War. And that's just like, it creates such an angry response. Whether somebody goes to me like, I think Obama did a good job. Do you think so? No. Why? No, I don't. I think, yeah. Well, like Real-talk asked me if I thought Obama was a good president. I was like, no, I don't think he was that great. But he could have been worse. Yeah. You don't like Obama? I was like, no, not particularly. But you can. It's okay with me. Liberals don't have that. They haven't been issues with using moderators. Earlier this year, an investigation from The Verge detailed several mental health issues among moderators at Facebook. Oh, I wish I caught that one. Another investigation at the Washington Post found that YouTube moderators are suffering similarly. Reddit has tried to aid human moderators with AI-powered auto moderator. They get the fucking real-life IRL moderators to replace the AI moderators, only to be replaced by auto moderator. I should call a spade. Nobody knows what the fuck to do over there. That's why it's a better argument why it should be an open space.
Yeah.
Can't hang? Get the fuck out. True anarchy, my communist friends. but I'm a communist anarchist. Yes, you're an oxymoron. I got it.
Yeah.
Communist anarchist. Like, I wouldn't hurt somebody for that, but do I have the right to say, I'm a anarcho-communist? Like, yeah, nice to meet you. And I just don't talk to you the rest of the night because there's nothing you could say. Unless I was drunk and wanted to hear you make a fool of yourself. The other YouTube policy hiccups are fix kids. So this has anything to do with toxic stuff. I hate this article. But what exactly? It goes in a quote. But does anybody give a fuck about this? Does anybody care?
No.
I don't. Jester, you're on the air. Talk about whatever the hell you want.
So I feel like there's one thing that a lot of people have been looking over about the policy, and that's that the YouTube bots are going to look at this, right? And they're most likely going to play judge. And from previous incidents, right, they're pretty shit at their job.
Yeah.
So
that's why they got moderators. But then the moderators got depressed. Now we have new auto moderators.
Yeah, so my problem is that the fucking bots are going to look at it. They're going to find every tiny slight. And they're going to go, no, that's bad. That's really my problem with the
I don't know. See,
policy,
the thing
really.
is, it gets the... I do wonder if it gets the point, you can't kill everybody. Yeah. Do you have an ugly... I mean, you might want to test it, too. Well, yeah, if I start making fun of Xana's wheelchair, could a bot pick that up?
Yeah. That's really what I want to
Can you get a sound effect of a wheelchair being pushed down the stairs?
I could probably get squeaky wheels.
Squeaky wheels? I want to hear it going I want to hear it like going down the stairs, like, like bump, 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 and somebody going,
I have nearly done that twice.
That's what I want to see.
Next time, just let it happen and record it on my phone.
Yes. Hey, if any of you big shots want to fucking fight with me, with your little red thumb, bring it on. None of you ever do. Anything else, Jester?
Nah, it's all.
All the best to you. Were you English?
Yeah.
What the hell are you?
Nah, I'm from New Zealand.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. When are you going home? Get the fuck out of here. Well, it's old school chopping the point. Hot Wheels, you're on the air.
Oh, hello. Give me a minute to mute this thing. Here we go. Hey, Tommy, what's going on?
Hey, how are you? How can I help you?
I'm doing all right. I missed your gaming live stream, and I wanted to talk to you about that Kathleen Kennedy letter. Still in my craw, even 2 weeks later. That bullshit about...
She said she didn't... The Star... We're talking about Star. Let me set up the audience here, if anybody doesn't know. I did a Star... I played a lot of Battlefront 2. Great game. Highly recommend. Only $8, and then the next 24 to unlock everything. And everything comes out in like a week.
The first one or the second one?
The second one is great, man. It's fucking fantastic game.
It is now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, it was always a good game. It's they fucked it up with the pay-to-win horse shit. But I don't want to get into that. I want to get into what you're saying. So Kathleen Kennedy said about 2 weeks ago, she's in charge of Lucasfilms. And what she did is she bought a fucking 20-inch dildo and fucking stuck it through the heart of Star Wars and jammed it in with The Last Jedi. And a lot of people are upset about that. They don't like that shit. So she was interviewed recently. A lot of people are worried about The Rise of Skywalker. They don't know how it's going to go. The fans weren't happy. They'll probably make money. But I don't know. Maybe nobody wants to watch this shit again because The Last Jedi was so bad. And she said in a Rolling Stone interview, am I right, sir? That one of the problems with Star Wars, unlike the Marvel community, is we don't have any source material. And then I instantly went to the bookstore that I grew up in as a child and saw the walls of fucking Star Wars books. I mean, walls of this shit. Usually next to the Apple IIe computer. And everybody was like, lady, what the fuck are you talking about? There's millions of comics and video games and books. Guess what? You shut down the entire extended universe. By the way, Chewbacca died in that one. Was wiped out so you could reboot this fucking horseshit that you drove into the ground. One time with a remake, and the second time with a woke piece of shit movie. You wanted to say something out?
Yeah, and then, well, the other thing is, honey, where are you ripping off Darth Emo from? Because that's not an original idea.
Oh, was it? He wasn't? Kylo Ren is not an original idea?
Kylo Ren is a cross between I keep forgetting the guy's name.
Kylo Ren's the best character in the news. See, he's the only one worth a shit, and he's the only one I consider to be a true Star Wars character.
I can't remember the name, so please forgive me. But he's a ripoff of a Legends character. Right after Return of the Jedi, Luke Skywalker marries Mara Jade Skywalker, and then becomes it starts a new Jedi Temple on Yavin, and he trains a couple of his kids.
Yeah.
Well, one of his kids.
You don't have any kids. You don't have any kids, do you, sir? Sir, I hate to take you. You don't have any kids, do you?
Me?
Yeah.
Hell no.
You don't have you have a girlfriend either, do you? Do you have a girlfriend?
Tommy, I just quoted deep Star Wars lore. Do you
I just want to know the audience where you're coming from. Do go on, sir.
Anyway, in a not dissimilar way from how Ben Solo turned. And not only that, but in the Legend story, he's the one that kills Mara Jade Skywalker so he can turn to the dark side. Now, remind me, what death does that remind you of? Maybe,
it sounds like the attempted murder of a child in their bed, which was done really poorly in The Last Jedi.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, and his outfit's a ripoff of Darth Revan. So if you want to look up Darth Revan.
I do like him, though. I really do like him. I tell you something. I got my ticket right here, actually. Woo. I got my ticket right here. I'm expecting to be bad. I just came in a hot take on HC3, not answering my questions. I didn't think I could do a whole. I can answer Keem's. I didn't think I could do a whole podcast, and I just didn't feel like being angry today. But Keem, I think you had absolutely every right to ask that, and I do find it a little suspicious that he wouldn't answer that straight up. Now, that being said, you remember that me and you and H3 had a conversation on Baited. And I think I asked him something. I don't know if it made it on the podcast or we said it offline. I can't remember. Anybody remember the H3 fucking episode of Baited?
I do.
And he said something to the fact that he doesn't do that type of thing. He doesn't. He just, he doesn't like to fight like that. He thought he's going to lower himself if he run down the Leafy. That may be the case. I generally think that he didn't do something like that. I think him pulling the Jew card is just doesn't seem like to be something in his character, considering he makes fun of Jews all the time and he's not pulling SJW cards. I would be really, really shocked, but I have to admit, Keem, I got really suspicious when he wouldn't answer you. But I don't think he did it. And that's not me pulling, that's the way I feel. I think he had every right to answer the question. I think he handled absolutely poorly, and where I would have taken him sides because I hate your fucking guts 9 times out of 10, I was actually thinking, well, Keem's kind of right, at least to ask the question. So there you go. There's my hot take, sir.
I dropped out for 30 seconds. I have no idea what we were talking about.
I'm talking to Keemstar. You're getting into it. I'm making deals here. I'm shaking hands with YouTube elites. Yeah. I'm doing stuff. I'm just not angry today, Keem. Otherwise, I didn't. I think that's why I didn't cover it, because I don't know if he did anything wrong. How about that? Bobax is doing a video on you. He says you're an asshole. No, I'm just kidding. All right, there. No girlfriend. I mean, Star Wars fan. I mean, no hot girls. Are you gonna go to see the Phantom Menace or the last bit?
The new one.
Yeah.
Maybe just because I want to.
Do you like spoilers?
Show.
Do you like spoilers?
I'd rather not have this one spoiled.
Can I give you a little one?
Can I
give you just a tiny one? It's really, really good. Tiny spoiler. At the end of the movie, Star Wars dies. How about that? Here you go. I stole that from some other YouTube channel. That's great.
That just makes me really. It's disappointing to see.
Nah, fuck that shit. The Mandalorian's great, and Obi-Wan Kenobi's going to be great too. So don't even worry about it. Well, Mandalorian's fucking awesome.
Yeah, those, but.
Fucking Clone Wars cartoon show is one of the best fucking cartoons. It's actually better than the original Batman cartoon, I think. Clone Wars is awesome.
You're high.
I like Clone Wars.
You're straight up high on that one.
No, not the movies. The fucking the cartoons.
No, it's in the cartoon.
The cartoons. That's awesome.
I know what you're talking about.
I know
damn well what you're talking about. I just don't think it's better than Batman the Animated Series.
I do.
What the hell?
I absolutely do.
Oh,
well, that might be.
That's a bold.
Maybe I didn't think about that. Maybe you're right. I get the fuck out of here. You're ruining my show.
Reconsider.
I didn't think about that too. Well, maybe he's right.
Yeah.
I felt everybody's cringe. Was he pissed off about what I said? I guess he split. If he goes out and says, well, even Tommy C thinks you're full of shit, I will be so mad at him.
No, he said the reason why he won't answer because Ethan knows I talk to the same YouTube people he does, and he is afraid I already know that answer.
I gotta be honest with you. That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if he's still listening, but I mean, me and Nick had a long convo about this last night, and we're like, I don't like saying bad stuff about H3. He hasn't really done anything for me, but he hasn't done anything against me, and he has thanked me occasionally. But it was a bad look. And rule number 1: don't want to fight with Keemstar. Don't fight with Keemstar.
Yeah.
Leave that to me. That's what I'm good at. Just got old. Because now I just don't hate him anymore. I was thinking about this the other night.
Yeah.
With him. No, I don't hate him. It's like I have every reason to be pissed off at that guy for the rest of my life. I just don't have the energy to do it. Portugal!
Oh, shit. I'll be back, boys. Oh, fuck,
yes.
Tommy. I want to rant about that shit.
Turn that shit off.
Yeah, I know. I just did. I want to rant because I fucking have 3 of the Legends books right fucking here. The greatest trilogy ever, the Thrawn trilogy.
Girlfriend?
And I'm so pissed that she said that fucking shit.
Oh, yeah. It is ridiculous.
Holy fuck.
It's like
even
she
the
doesn't...
Thrawn trilogy that could have been adapted to movies.
You know what it feels like? Because all her feminists, this force is female. It feels like she hates us. You know, she hates us.
Feel like she hates Star Wars.
Yeah, like
fans.
I mean, I don't have a
George
problem with a
Lucas
woman
Baker's
being
CEO
there.
No,
it's not even us. Like us dorky fucking fans that love it so much and it meant so much to us growing up. And I think it feels like she doesn't care. She has the job because it's Lucasfilm. She doesn't care about it like we do. She doesn't love it like we do. She didn't grow up with it like we did. I mean, when I was a kid, you know, there was serious conversations on the playground whether Luke Skywalker could take Superman. I don't think kids have conversations like that anymore. Probably because they're smarter. But yeah, he was like that. I'm trying to give you an idea. He's like that big a superhero. And when I find out he's a deadbeat and a child murderer or attempted child murderer, it just kind of sucked the life out of it for me.
I think the only reason why Luke would ever do that is if his own kids were in danger. Like any father would, but...
Did he try to kill a guy in his sleep? He tried to kill a guy in his sleep, man.
Yeah, I know. Had the kid been awake, then I say whatever, but seriously, they ruined him.
Yeah, they did.
And it's not like they didn't... And I find that bullshit
I
that they
think
didn't
they're
have
going
the
to bring
fucking
him
material.
Back. I think they're going to bring him back to life.
I don't know. I want Anakin back.
2 years ago, I said this one thing. Why should I care if they don't care? Like, especially that scene with Yoda. I think you're going to... This is me complete guessing. I think you're going to find out that was the Emperor, not Yoda. And I don't think Luke's gone.
Maybe.
But they have to do this perfectly.
I know Palpatine's coming back.
Palpatine's coming back for this. So if Palpatine come back, why can't Luke come back? Because I think they were like, what the fuck do we do?
I think it should be Anakin that does it.
What the fuck do we do?
I think personally, it should be Anakin.
Anakin, I heard they cut his scenes already, the actor and everything, but I don't know. We'll see.
If they did.
I heard they did. But I don't know. There's one guy out there that's just, he has more leaks than anybody ever seen, and they come out at breakneck YouTube, feed the algorithm speed. So I was watching his shit for a while, but now I'm a little suspect. According to him, they just stopped filming in October. So I don't know. And then I talked to Andy Signor, and he says that's horse shit. We have no
clue what J.J. Abrams is doing. Yeah. He's never had to finish a movie series before.
He's never done an original film either. J.J. Abrams sucks. He's like my least favorite director.
Had they kept JJ throughout the entire trilogy, I wouldn't have given a fuck. But the fact that they used different directors, I think, really. They kept
JJ. The first one would have been New Hope. The next one would have been fucking Empire. And this one would have been Jedi. And you know what? Did the fucking same thing in Star Wars. That guy sucks. The thing about him is he always figures he plays it safe and makes money. And that's why they love him.
Yeah, that's why they chose him for the first one, because he always plays it fucking safe.
Plays it safe, makes money. And then when they didn't like. I heard Kathleen Kennedy said, "Well, I guess we played it too safe. Let's give it to this guy Ryan fucking wokeness." And he fucked it.
Oh my god!
All right, get out of here.
The fact that they still haven't canceled that guy's trilogy shocks me.
I heard he's going to direct the Mandalorian. Mandalorian made save Star Wars.
He wants to, but they haven't said shit about it because I think
that's a lot of money. I guess.
Hey, remember how I ruined your the biggest franchise in movie history? I want to ruin your new TV show that's really hot.
No, he's not going to direct it. already they have like different directors for each.
He's gonna be
episode.
gay.
They're
They
all
make the
working
Mandalorian fucking gay. I'm gonna see his iron cock, or something. Ryan Ruin Johnson. That's a guy like that.
No, I think Jon Favreau or whatever, like the guy that did all the Marvel stories, like is in charge of Marvel stories.
Oh yeah, he's doing but we're gonna.
Yeah, he's in charge of the story.
All right, I gotta get rid of you. You talk too
people
much.
direct.
You're very difficult to hang up on. You know that? It's very challenging.
I know. Hang up on me. Blow me up.
I'm gonna blow you up, but I gotta get another call. See you later, Portia.
All right.
Good talking.
See you,
to
Lord.
I gotta get other people in there. Luvik's coming. I'm trying to remember who. Luvik's, because I know you. You can't just hang on. Hey, what's up?
This has to do with the YouTube stuff.
Sure, good. Shoot,
But
man. We're open for
I think
this.
one of the things that one of the things that really bothers me is, beside it just being deleting YouTubers' content and making it hard for them to make a career, a lot of old catalog videos are going to be deleted. Like, we're talking about huge chunks of internet history here.
Yeah.
And they're going to be reserved.
I think that will only bother me. Like, that doesn't bother me now, but you're 100% right. It's going to bother me years from now.
I mean,
because
10 years in the future, people are
no, you know what? I got to be honest with you. No, you're right.
Internet.
Because that video, that Leafy content cop, it literally directly impacted my life. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like directly, because it baited and everything was going on at the time, and kind of being there. And this is just like it was just the right. This was the left cross, and then Nick Cash is the right hook to put Leafy on the canvas. And yeah, that affected. That was my career at the time. It's I don't even know how to explain it without getting fucking weird, but.
I mean, it's the peak of that era, undoubtedly.
But they deleted it, and I was like, yeah, that's fucked up. And I go into, YouTube's fucked up knows. But yeah, you're right. Like, I think a couple years, I haven't accepted that video is gone. Like, if I was,
you'll start to feel it.
Yeah, a couple years from now, probably. But if I was iDubbbz, I'd be like, God damn, that's history. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm not seeing it that way yet because I'm in the game. And I'm not.
Yeah, it's so in the moment right now.
Like,
I know exactly.
I don't want to. I don't want you to think, or anybody else in the audience, that I don't respect that kind of stuff. I care about history. I care about YouTube history, but a lot. But I'm just, without, I'm trying to solicit donations and entertain people and have people become members and whatever. And I'm in the moment, and then I'm trying to build the other channel. But yeah. When I ever get a chance to rest, I'm gonna be like, yeah,
it's amazing.
It's a damn shame.
This whole thing woke me up from this slumber. I've been away from the internet for I haven't been active at all. And then this happens, and I just come back, and everybody's like, "Oh, you're back." But no, it's. I wonder though, what's next? I mean, do you think they're going to? I mean, they always just add more policies, right? That's the thing. Is there any? Do you ever see a point where they say, "Well, wait, we went too far," and actually remove a policy?
Only if they lose money. And by then they'll collapse.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't see. But I don't. But here's the thing. Here's the good news. Like I said this. I think I said this to Dave a long time ago. Major League Baseball is not baseball. NHL is not hockey. Hockey's hockey. Wrestling, WWE is not pro wrestling. Pro wrestling is pro wrestling. And you know what? YouTube videos on the internet are not YouTube. Something could come and take its place. How it would happen, or why it would happen, or who would invest in it? It would probably come in a manner that we would never expect. The manner we expect now is Elon Musk spends a bunch of money and there's a competitor. But maybe something else, something new, something interesting comes out, and it just kind of sneaks in there, and we start looking at YouTube like MySpace. I think that's more like, but the internet's going to go on. It's going to move on. The only way I don't see it moving on is if the government starts putting monitors in your house. That's when it'll stifle the growth. But until they do that, I don't think there's anything that can stop this train. It's the most amazing invention of my lifetime, and got me to do something that I would have never gotten to do otherwise. Yeah. So no, I don't think you can stop the train unless we have really evasive. Like, imagine being at your PC right now and afraid to look up porn because you might get a knock on the door. If it gets to that point, yeah, then the internet's fucked. But I think until then, no. And if they break some of these, if the United States puts their foot down and says, that's not in the spirit of American interest, that's not in the spirit of free speech, and that is not in the spirit of American capitalism, you are broken up. Compete. And some laws like calling YouTube the public square. There's only so much they can pull. Maybe you can't pull a guy for being all right. But it goes both ways if you're a crazy communist. As long as you're not calling for people's death, it's fair game. You know, that's the way I like it. I like a free and open internet. I don't like regulated anything. Regulated means.
Well, I don't think YouTube should accept any sort of responsibility for their content because otherwise it's just asking for regulation.
But if they don't, like in the past, like I remember the record companies in the old days, we don't accept any responsibility for this shit. That's what the lefties did in the old days. But they realized if they don't accept the responsibility, they can't control the narrative. If they accept responsibility, they can control the narrative because that means they're able to tinker. I don't think the left in general has. I don't think they're very libertine anymore. I don't think they believe or trust people to use because it seems like the internet's great and wild and there's all these wonderful wild things, but then when you start doing outside of that value structure or that value left-wing value hierarchy, then it's we gotta let's get out of control. We gotta pull it back. Right-wingers are like that too. Religious people are like that too, but the left's just a lot more powerful. So there you go. Get out of here. Talk to you later, Lubex. Go tell.
YouTube is just more regulated now than TV.
It feels like
Hello, Tommy.
It feels like it's more regulated now than cable.
I just want to tell you that on the Star Wars topic with Portugal, you're completely wrong.
Oh yeah.
So you said that in versus debates we don't do that anymore. There is a big section of the internet dedicated to these versus debates called power scaling. But it's not as magical as it used to be.
Do you have a girlfriend?
It's not as magical as it used to be when you were growing up because they use a bunch of science, a bunch of numbers. So the Superman and Goku debate has been solved multiple times over. Yeah, it's been solved multiple times over. Superman did this in issue 69 of this comic book series.
Do you have a girlfriend?
So that means he can punch with 10 quintillion megatons. And Goku can't.
Have you ever had a stinky finger, sir?
No, but Minecraft Steve can outpower everyone.
How old are you, sir?
Minecraft Steve is a bitch. Also, before I get off, I just want to say something about Keemstar.
Go ahead.
I got banned off Twitter for the 3rd time because I called Keemstar a faggot, and I'm just not okay with that.
No, me either.
I think I should have more free speech. If I can't call Keemstar a faggot and say he wants Ty Williams' cock on Twitter.
The fuck out of here. Nice call. Bye-bye.
Good lord.
I've had a good one of them in a long time.
Yeah.
Wow, this is one of the best Q&As in a while. This guy is good. Fuck Minecraft Hope. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Hope you're donating this Christmas for those fantastic entertainment I'm bringing you. You're 19. Thank God. That guy was a... shit. Oh, big butt lever. 3, 2, 1. I ain't got time. We're about ready to call it a day.
Hang on.
Is that the guy that got into it with Gamer J. Lee on the Black Kid? I don't know.
Could be.
No, I don't think so. I think we're done. I'm seriously thinking about going out. I am so sick and tired of not going out. I haven't had a drink in a week. Well, no, I can't say I had a beer the other day, but I went out.
Yeah, but it wasn't like going out.
Ever since I had my little financial mishap.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't go out now, but I'm just so fucking bored.
Yeah.
I'm so bored. I want to talk. I want to tell stories. You know?
Yeah.
Only weed kids. Yeah, but I think my drug dealer got arrested. Like, I knock, he never answers the fucking door. You know?
Yeah.
And doesn't answer his pager anymore.
It's best to assume the worst.
Pager, listen to me. Talk about boomer.
Yeah. Pages.
Yeah, you don't see me talking about weed anymore.
Yeah.
I even got the weed smoking machine where I don't have to like roll it. I don't have the manual dexterity to roll a joint. Apparently, I'm a retard. I just got banned from Twitter. Yeah, for all you people calling me retards, I will never report you on Twitter. But ask that retard tipster. He keeps listening to his fucking Twitter account. You can't call people retards on Twitter. I'm not saying you shouldn't be able to. I'm just saying you shouldn't do it. If you want to keep your account, you fucking retard.
If you want to keep your account, don't do it. If you don't give a shit, then
fucking Columbo.
do as much as you fucking like.
Paid stream after this? No, we're doing that this weekend when you're all home, Columbo.
Yeah.
Faux show. I think I might do a paid stream that might prelude into like an hour. We'll start with everybody else, and then I'll go into a free stream for everybody. And random question: which YouTuber do you think will be in trouble because of COPA? I don't know about that. Is so out of my YouTube realm. That Ryan's Toy Stories or whatever the fuck he is.
Yeah, Ryan Toy
Reviews. I guess them.
Yeah, they're screwed.
I don't. Here's the thing. I think I'm more worried about this thing. Like, I have a real knack of picking what's going to be a fucking big deal. Like ending fucking net neutrality. Told you it wasn't a big deal. Hey, drummer, I'm still right about that. By the way, you fucking idiot, you moron. I hope your motorcycle explodes over there. And what was that fucking crazy place down in Atlanta, whatever, fucking in Georgia. I hope your motorcycle explodes. I was right about that. I was concerned about Article 13, now 17, but that hasn't really gotten effect yet in every country. I'm not really worried about COPA because I think it's just like look, they got their fucking fine out of YouTube. And I think they're just going to put everybody on notice. I think if Jake Paul gets up there and you got to buy that merch, tell your parents you want to buy that merch. Go on, kids. They're in trouble. But if you're not doing that, I don't think there's much you can do.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. I think you would have, in order to get hit by COPA, here's my guess, okay? You're going to have to be YouTube royalty and be like worth 10 to 20. I don't think they're going for, they don't want $40,000. They want 10 million. So I think it's a law that's going to mostly affect royalty and probably selectively enforce when they need money. Let me give you an idea. This is how the real good blue state New Jersey Institute things. And I can say that for my father's out of the paint business, okay? This is the fucking racket. It's probably in every state. They have a standard, an environmental standard, how you can make paint in New Jersey. If you follow the standard, the paint doesn't stick to the wall. There's no way to make paint. Paint's very important. It keeps bridges from collapsing, corroding, and other things. Now, the environmentalist and the New Jersey, I'm talking the ones that are hired by the state, they know this, but it's a fucking racket. So everybody at all times, every paint company in New Jersey is literally breaking the law. The EPA knows that. You know that. They know you know that. And they know what this is about. So what they do is anytime they need money, they just come to your paint, test your paint, and you're not within regulation. And they collect because it's a fucking racket and it's not about environmentalism. It's a racket.
It's about collecting money.
It's a crooked mafia racket is what it is. And yeah, I think there's probably a lot of examples like that where it's literally regulated so the bureaucrats can fucking have a key to the city there. Boomer C, I've been waiting for more than 10 minutes now. What do you mean? You're lying sack of Finnish shit. Hey, I want to bang your prime minister, by the way. She's smoking hot, but now you're going to have a lot of immigrants and probably won't be allowed to drive.
Yeah, pretty much not worth it.
I got to be honest with you. I wish bad things for Nordic countries. You guys are so liberal, you deserve whatever you get. And I'm going to enjoy watching it, not to you, but just the Nordic people in general. I think a good little Venezuelan starvation is about due over there.
No.
Hey, you can move. You're a resourceful guy.
People take over. I knew some people in the army who think like me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's going to be coup. Coup time, boys!
I almost want a Russian invasion of Germany just so these fucking boys over here, are willing to, water the tree of liberty from time to time. I'm a little I was thinking this, Trump was pissing and moaning about fucking paying, keeping our army here and paying taxes. He's absolutely right. Why does Germany get a tax-free military? Why do you get a tax-free military? Why does the German boys water the fucking tree of liberty with their blood? Why is it always English boys and Scottish boys and American boys? Why does it always have to be us? Maybe it's time for us to get the fuck out of Europe and Europe to grow a set of nuts and defend itself and put their own military together. I had this cunt 15 years ago tell me in a bar, we don't do this VAR thing like you do anymore. Yeah, because we do it for you. Hans's blood doesn't get spilled. Jamal's blood gets spilled from Alabama. So maybe it's time for us to leave. Fuck Europe. That's the way I feel. Fuck.
Yeah. We're not in that NATO.
Man,
That's
we
why we have
can't leave you
consort.
fuckers. You'll fuck everything up and we'll be back here in no time because we have to be. Can't trust Europeans.
Oh, fuck you.
You can't. I'm sorry, you can't. You guys,
As
they
they
usually
are now.
they all end up killing you guys before they fucking lose control. They kill guys like you that can handle a gun and take care of themselves. They usually get rid of guys like you, and that's when it falls fucking apart. And then they need to import guys like you from Portland, from Texas. Women just can't handle the office. I don't even think it's that. It's that there's no warrior culture at all in Germany, and that's not healthy. That sounds like a left-wing dream that we have no war. No. You need a warrior class. History shows that. That doesn't mean you have to go around conquering and killing. The United States is great with that, and we fuck you up. We put McDonald's down and try to do business with you, give your country back. Only country on earth that really ever did anything like that, right?
Yeah.
We don't. I'm not saying you have to have a conquering mentality, but you need a warrior culture. You need a warrior class. Isn't it right? Didn't Greece start falling apart when fucking Sparta started slipping? Is that right? I don't know if that's true or not. I'm talking out my ass. You need a warrior class.
I don't know.
And you know what? I resent my friends spilling their blood to keep this place safe, only to come back on R&R to get our nubs. You're fighting George Bush's war. Would you fucking get the fuck out of Frankfurt and stop? Your parents pay for all your fucking trips. You never been anywhere. You never done anything. Sunflower. Shootout at my home. A shout out to my homie, the Daniel G.
Shootout? What the fuck?
I'm tired. I really want to drink.
Yeah, we can tell you're tired. Jeez.
I'm a little tired. How many minutes? 1 hour and 2 minutes. I've done my duty.
Yes, you have.
I've done my duty. I want to shout out people in the chat. Petra Akamakimovis. Now, Greece got fucked when Sparta and Athens started to fight between each other. Okay. Well, I'm still right. I'm right for the wrong reason then.
Yeah.
You look like you have a Greek last name, Akamaditis. I can't say your name. Cronitis. I had a captain named Captain Cronitis. He's the biggest fucking asshole I ever met in the army. The only officer I ever disliked. Captain Cronitis. We used to, whenever he left the room, because he was always like real hoo-hoo, we used to like put our arms up like this and fly. Like we were, because he was fucking thought he was Superman. Shoot up my home. Lord. One Happy Crusade, Light of Vanity. Kevin Tideman. I really enjoyed it. I really feel like I was talking to you guys today.
Just fucking see, Kyle.
I do this. I'm not going to do that. Shut the fuck up.
Nah,
Get arrested for that here, you douche.
For
That word. Well. Curious Fang. Lipo. I love you. Longtime fans. Love all the support. Love all the growth lately. If my calculations are correct, the first week, like the end of the first week of January, we're at 40,000 subs on this channel. And as long as we do Onision videos in the other one, we'll be fucking fine.
Yeah, we'll be great.
Oh, God, the notifications did not go out last night. Holy fucking shit.
What do you mean?
When I did the bearing video, I said even 1,000 views.
I got the notification.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Probably because you're in Europe. It was probably late time. No, that's not what I want. No, that sucked. Bearing, SFTP. Yeah, let's see if that comes up. How many views? Oh my God, dude! It's only fucking 593. This thing just died. It's about 800. This thing just fucking died. Notification never went out for it. That sucked. I think it's a pretty good video. I even put the bearing song in.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of skimmed through it.
Shut up. Wasn't that good, huh?
Yeah.
Good show today. Old school radio style. I like talking with you. I did. Hope you have a good time. And I'll see you this weekend, everybody. Goodbye.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she about to catch a pedigree. Chi-Town to King's home, slapping fives, black stones. 6 Mile to danger zones, bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated to evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me lead them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe. Here's a headlock.
stream of consciousness.